Every professional footballer has their own path to the top. Some had to prove their right to be on the pitch every single day. Through grueling training, fierce competition, and constant pressure. Others were gifted by nature with such extraordinary talent that all they needed was to step onto the field with a ball, and everything became clear. If you've followed football for a long time, you probably remember the real Eden Hazard, the player who became a symbol of Chelsea, who could decide moments on his own, and who sparked serious debates. Who was the better dribbler, him or Messi? But if you only started watching the sport recently, you likely know Hazard from memes, compilations of failures, and discussions about unfulfilled expectations. The end of his career was not just underwhelming, it was, in many ways, tragic. A footballer who truly could have achieved universal recognition and greatness, yet issues with discipline, a lack of professionalism, and constant injuries ultimately brought an end to the career of perhaps one of the greatest natural talents the football world has ever seen.
The truth is, what you see on him, that amazing player that you see, is an amazing player with awful training.
When we look, I mean, Eden Hazard's the prime example of that. He was the worst trainer.
Was he really?
Would have his laces undone, really relaxed, didn't want to get injured during the week, didn't want to push but give him the ball and he'll come alive. So if he's on your team, you know you have to sacrifice, you probably have to work a little bit harder, but you know going forward he's going to produce you 20, 25 goals a season.
Eden is a fantastic guy. I think that the problem was the injuries, of course, but also the fact that
He doesn't like training, we know that.
he doesn't like training, yes.
Eden was born in 1991 in the small Belgian town of La Louvière into a thoroughly footballing family. His mother played professionally and his father was a semi-professional. He was the eldest of 4 brothers, nearly all of whom connected their lives to football. The most famous of the younger ones was Thorgan, who played for Borussia Dortmund and later returned home to represent Anderlecht. From an early age, Hazard stood out among his peers. One of his coaches later recalled, "There was nothing I could teach him." While the others struggled to juggle the ball 10 times, Eden was already doing 50 more. Coming from the French-speaking region of Belgium, he essentially had 2 options for development: remain in Belgium or move to the more prestigious French league. In 2005, Lille, recently promoted back to the top division, was actively recruiting young talent for its academy. Negotiations with the boys' parents went smoothly, and the young Belgian headed north to conquer League One. At 16, he couldn't break into top-level football immediately. His development was gradual. In his debut season, he appeared just 4 times, but that was enough to secure his place in the senior squad. In the first 4 rounds of the League One campaign, Hazard stayed on the bench, then began to feature more regularly and scored in only his 2nd match. From that point on, he never really left the lineup and became a key player. A low center of gravity, phenomenal ball control, and balance allowed him to be devastating in one-on-one situations. He felt equally comfortable on either wing, could play as a number 10, and even operate up front as a forward. Much of this was thanks to his ability to use both feet confidently. He wasn't perfectly two-footed, but his left was certainly more than just for standing, though he was used primarily as a winger. Balance, agility, control, add to that good pace and game intelligence, and you had a wunderkind for whom today's Chelsea would easily pay 100 million euros. Yet even at that young age, Eden already had issues with professionalism. Coaches occasionally complained about his lack of enthusiasm and discipline in training. At the time, it could be dismissed as youthful immaturity, but no one knew it wouldn't be the last time. By the 2008 to 2009 and 2009 to 2010 seasons, Eden had fully established himself as a starter. Over that period, he played 67 matches, scoring 9 goals and providing 12 assists. The numbers weren't astronomical, but he was only 18. Besides, Hazard's greatest strength wasn't statistics. He averaged 1.6 dribbles per match and drew 3.6 fouls per 90 minutes. Interest in the Belgian grew across Europe. Everyone wanted the young prodigy. One of those insisting Real Madrid sign him was Zinedine Zidane, Hazard's idol. "I would sign him with my eyes closed," Zidane reportedly told Florentino Perez. But more on that later. In the 2010-11 season, discipline again became a talking point. French media wrote that Hazard needed to wake up. The 19-year-old was regularly late to training and underperformed in sessions. The club responded with sanctions, leaving him on the bench for a month. Yet whenever he stepped onto the pitch, Eden still shone. His performances seemed to say, "Look, I don't need your training. I'll handle everyone anyway." He finished the season with 24 goal contributions, improving his dribbling numbers to 2.7 per match, helping Lille secure a historic domestic double, winning both the league and the cup. Hazard himself was named League One Player of the Year, becoming the youngest player ever to receive the award. He won it again the following season, though without the league title. In 38 matches, he scored 20 goals and delivered 16 assists. His move to a top club was only a matter of time. Before his final match for Lille, teammates threw him a farewell party. You'd think partying the night before a game was a terrible idea, and you'd be right, except when it came to Eden. On May 20th, 2012, against Nancy, he scored a hat-trick in less than 30 minutes. According to Rio Mavuba, Hazard hadn't even gone to sleep that night. After a long transfer saga involving Manchester United and Manchester City, Eden chose Chelsea. On May 28, 2012, he announced his decision on social media with the now legendary post. As a bonus, the club also signed his brother Thorgan. Hazard needed little time to adapt. The 21-year-old immediately showed why he was so highly rated in France. In his very first Premier League match, he won a penalty. Over the season, he formed a strong partnership with Juan Mata, and together they became Chelsea's main attacking force. For 4 consecutive seasons, one of those 2 won the club's Player of the Year award. In his first 2 seasons at Chelsea, Hazard scored 23 goals and registered 18 assists in 69 matches. The club finished in the top 3 both times, and the Belgian was named to the PFA Team of the Year twice. Of course, there were controversies. In 2013 came the infamous ball boy incident. During a match against Swansea, a ball boy tried to waste time for his team and ended up being kicked by Hazard, who tried to retrieve the ball and was immediately sent off. The boy later admitted he had been deliberately time-wasting. The following season, Hazard took the number 10 shirt and cemented his status as one of the world's best players. In Jose Mourinho's second season back, Chelsea underwent a massive rebuild. 51 people left the club in various ways, but key arrivals included Cesc Fabregas, Diego Costa, Filipe Luis, Loic Remy, and the returning Didier Drogba. With that squad, Chelsea finally won the league title. Hazard was one of the main architects, contributing 14 goals and 9 assists, winning Premier League Player of the Season and finishing 8th in the Ballon d'Or voting. At 24, Hazard had reached his peak, but he was also at Chelsea, a club known for fluctuating dramatically after successful seasons. By December, Mourinho had been dismissed. The team finished 10th, losing every possible competition. Hazard managed just 4 goals and 3 assists in the league. The next season, he bounced back. Antonio Conte arrived, a demanding Italian who valued discipline, and Chelsea won the Premier League again. Hazard became captain of Belgium and evolved into a mature leader, guiding younger players. At the 2018 World Cup, Belgium won bronze for the first time, with Hazard one of the tournament's stars. In 5 matches, he recorded 3 goals and 2 assists and was named Man of the Match 3 times. The 2018-19 season was the best of his career. Under Maurizio Sarri, Chelsea finished 3rd, scoring just 63 goals, 31 of them involving Hazard. He produced 16 goals and 15 assists in the league alone. The Europa League final became his last match in a Chelsea shirt. He said goodbye like a legend. 2 goals and an assist in the final, sealing the trophy. When a top player sought the next step while already at a major club, the choices were usually limited: Barcelona or Real Madrid. Real wanted the Belgian. At the time, the Madrid club was in decline and struggling to rediscover itself, even bringing Zidane back as manager. On June 13th, 2019, Eden Hazard officially became a Real Madrid player for €120 million. He had only 1 year left on his Chelsea contract, yet Madrid still considered it a bargain, given his market value was estimated at €150 million. They were signing a world-class player, a move comparable perhaps to Kylian Mbappe's rise. Some even argued Hazard was better at that moment. Just look at his Premier League record. In 8 years, he played 245 matches, scoring 85 goals and providing 54 assists. He left England as the league's best dribbler, the most fouled player, and the creator of 595 chances. Everyone understood the level of talent Real Madrid were getting. The club needed a high-quality left winger. It seemed like a perfect match, 2 Lego pieces meant to fit together. But fate had other plans. At Chelsea, Hazard had barely been injured, but after swapping rainy London for sunny Madrid, he seemed to feel he could ease off. Sunbathing was far more enjoyable than working relentlessly in training. What had once been forgiven, lack of discipline, poor diet, and an unprofessional approach to recovery, began to take a toll with age. During his time at Real Madrid, Hazard suffered 18 different injuries. He admitted himself that but his contribution was minimal. In the end, Eden Hazard retired. His story is a vivid reminder that even extraordinary God-given talent cannot be fulfilled without dedication to training, discipline, and recovery. He was one of the best players in the world at Chelsea, possessing talent arguably comparable to Lionel Messi. Yet he never came close to matching the Argentine's achievements. One of the most brilliant players of his generation, ultimately became one of football's greatest what-ifs.